More importantly, as I was stating before, results always beat anything. I've been dismissed in many places by virtue of people knowing I'm a Christian, but what vindicated me at the end are the results that I produced. The question is always, are you able to meet the KPIs? Are you able to meet the demands of the job? Are you able to hit the targets? Are you able to produce results? Because it doesn't matter whether you're born again or not born again. The corporate does not believe in faith, it believes in results. So as a person who wants to take authority, who wants to take influence, who wants to take positions of power, you should not position yourself at the point of faith. I'm born again, I'm a believer, I'm a tongue-speaking person, I'm this kind of a person in church, I hold this authority, I'm a pastor, bishop. No, that does not play well with the corporate world. The corporate world produces results. And even the Bible tells us that we shall know them by their fruit. So at the end of the day, stop parading your scriptures, stop parading your spiritualities, stop parading whatsoever you think that is more judgmental and judging people, because is that most Christians don't know how to network. Most Christians don't know how to seek opportunities. They are not aggressive, they are not vocal enough, they are not diligent in matters pertaining packaging and everything and branding. So the most important thing that you need to work on, if you have to bring this blend, if you need to create a corporate culture that is going to take over in the world, first of all, you need to emphasize the results, the end product. Let somebody dismiss you, but let them not dismiss the results. The moment there are results that are evident, then your faith can be vindicated. Results are the language of the corporate world. So what am I trying to communicate across? I'm trying to pass this, that as much as we are trying to create the balance between faith and principle, the more important thing is whether you apply the principle or your faith to the principle, then at the end of the day, what are the results that you're producing? Unapata kwamba there are a lot of people, especially young men in the churches today, they know how to pray, they know how to play instruments, they know how to go to fellowship, they know to go occasions and everything. But the moment they stand before a king, they don't know how to speak, they don't know how to network. This is an unbeliever. The Bible tells us not to mingle with unbelievers. How are you going to say such kind of a statement, yet you need something from that person? Some things, it's just logic and reason. As much as you're a Joseph who is all this righteous, Joseph needs to know how to live with a Potiphar. Potiphar is a person who does not believe, he believes in laws. But by the fact that they have something that you need, you must submit, you must know how to talk and how to get it out of them. And so if it means sometimes you have to network and sit with these people and have conversations, remove your spirituality and have that conversation. At the end of the day, there is something that you need from them. That does not necessarily make you compromise your values. That does not make you compromise your beliefs and your system. Sometimes you can meet at a neutral place, you can talk and have a conversation that really matters without you compromising your values. Sometimes it's good for them to understand that these are your principles, even if they're not going to give you that opportunity, that job, that space that you need, that deal. They will respect you because you stood firm with your principles. So what am I living here with? I'm living here with this, that even if you're a believer, even if you're in church, you're a pastor, you hold do not despise principles. Principles play a very important aspect when it comes to vision building, when it comes to the corporate, when it comes to striking deals, when it comes to, prayer will not give you that deal that you need for a favor. It will give you favor. It will create a room for you. But this is what I usually say. I usually say that a prayer will create a space for you where you can have favor before a king. But principles are going to sustain you before a king. When you sit before a king, it is not going to be the language of favor and the language of principles. It is going to be the language of skills. It's going to be a language of principles and of diligence, honesty, stewardship, integrity, and all these things. So do not despise principles. Do not despise laws. Do not despise these things. Hold them dear. And I leave you with this: don't compromise. It doesn't matter if the deal, you're going to get it or not. If it has to mean that you have to cut corners or to use dubious means in order for you to get at your, if it does not agree with your values, don't do it. Because I usually believe that in the long run, people might dismiss you right now because probably you did not suit their kind of a character. But in the long run, all these things fade away. When it comes to office politics, as I stated before, unapata kwamba you'll play those politics, but when it comes, some day will come and then the very, very people that are for you or were for you will be against you. So if you're not true and honest to yourself, you might be depressed and ask yourself many questions, not understanding that in the beginning you're the person who really injured yourself. So in this balance, in this war, or this tug of war, because I like to call it a tug of war, where you find that the kingdom culture and the corporate culture are trying to wage. Striking a balance comes at the results. If you're able to produce results, it doesn't matter if you're born again or not born again, you're going to get the spaces that you need, you're going to meet the kings that you need, you're going to achieve the goals that you need. But the moment you're not able to achieve results, then it doesn't matter how born again, it doesn't matter how spiritual you are, you're not effective. So it comes to effectiveness. So build yourself, build capacity, network with people, learn, study, listen to podcasts, listen to audio sermons, read books. Just equip yourself. Even the Bible tells Timothy and Ambiwaje, he's told that study to prove yourself as a worker that is worthy of the calling that you're called. So you must invest yourself, time, resources, money, learn, knowledge, skills, and be a better person. Apart from salvation, have something that you can offer. Apart from going to church, be effective to the world. Know the language of the street, know how to seek from the street, know how to interact with the street. When you strike that balance, you're good to go. Thank you very much. That was my time. Be blessed.